There are frequent reports of accidents caused by the mishandling of computer games. To minimize the risk of a crippling deformity, we recommend that you strictly comply with all of the following safety guidelines. Do you want to play the tutorial?
What's that noise outside? Ugh, it's unbearable!
Whenever Lily can leave a location, the cursor changes into an error. First, follow Edna in the backyard. The exit can be found at the right edge of the monitor. But be careful, that their error is sharp.
Lily would have loved to have played on the completely harmless tire swing. That's why she immediately climbed on the termite-infested tree. At least she would have done that, but apparently she preferred the risk of getting into deep trouble as soon as the players signed off.
What do you have to do for Mother Superior now? Don't tell me you have to scrape off her warts with a pumice stone again. I'm still finding crumbs in our bunk from last time.
Ow! Ah! What's going on? Lily, no! Go away! Go away! I'm allergic!
The termites were now following Lily's spilled honey back into the courtyard.
Ah! No! Don't! Get away!
Strange sounds were drifting towards her from over there.
A few moments later.
The stove was black and empty, just like the mirror that always appeared in Lily's dreams. Her productive friend was really much more talented. But that was certainly no reason for Lily to wish an incurable disease on her. Neither a disease with an oozing rash, nor a disease that causes her to cough her lungs out. The mask was tightly screwed into the wall. But did that also mean that one wasn't allowed to take it?
No, it only means you have to find the right tools. Something small enough to loosen the screws.
What are you gawking at me for, you stupid little brat?
She was tough on the outside, but soft on the inside.
Keep gawking like that and I'll wring your neck!
At least she liked children.
Oh, how I loathe you children! I wish you'd all die of smallpox!
Capu was the nicest guy at the convent school. Lily liked him so much that she had even named her cockroach after him. That reminded her that she'd been meaning to punch air holes in the box for weeks.
A few minutes later.
Psst. Lily, I really have to ask you something. Do you like me?
Uh-huh.
Thank goodness. I wasn't really sure, because there's some...
Lily thought this idea was delightful. The guinea pig was bound to make a huge impression as an animal role model. It was the perfect place to get rid of the detonator.
What's that? Well, what do you have there?
Lily could finally use the hairpin.
A few moments later.
Something seemed to be wrong with Lily's ears today. She kept hearing all these sounds. Alright.
10 seconds later.
What Lily now did was actually void of all logic, and she could already hear uproar of the online reviewer, but she did it anyway.
So hand it over before you hurt someone! Unbelievable! A little girl with a knife! So irresponsible! Here, take this chainsaw instead! Now that I have my knife back, I won't need it anymore!
Lily didn't want to bother Doris any further. The lunch lady had her hands full cooking Mother Superior's food, and they were big hands.
What's happening now? Hey, stop that. No. No. No.
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
8 legs and a horn. Lily had seen that somewhere before, but the rib would never stick to the spider's head on its own. Lily wanted to become a gold digger too when she grew up. Then she'd finally have her own pickaxe. The pizza looked much better from there, just like everything else you couldn't have. Pizza, friends, parents.
You must not hang around dangerous places.
There are so many other nice places for children to visit. At a spelling bee, for example. Or a Rolf Harris concert.
What the? I'm not sticking around. Maybe I'll crawl out of 1 or 2 more TV screens, but then it's off to eternity for me.
This damn you refile should I put this ever since why wasn't Garrett
The Phantom!
Lily was glad. It was so rare that her friends got along so well with each other. Of course, this was also because she hardly had any friends. Much more important, however, was that the asylum key was no longer out of—
Well, who do we have here? A little girl.
Just stay where you are, okay? Hey, stop! Thanks. That was close. Uh-oh.
This demon had also made a mistake. It seemed that in certain situations, it really was necessary to— The narrator was slowly losing interest in coming up with motives for Lily's action. The truth of the matter was, no one knew what she was doing and why. What an ugly boy. Why someone would put up a picture like that baffled Lily. Continue.
Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Put the knife away. Do what you're told.
The others were right. Lily was apparently sick. She wasn't capable of deciding what was right or wrong. So she set the knife aside and began her therapy. Dr. Marcel had won.
A few moments later.
Slowly, she raised the knife.
No. Lily! No! No!